Hi, how are you? Okay, let's do this thing. Where's my people? Everybody's here. Jack's here. Rick's here. Bucknut's here. What's up, boys and girls and children of all ages? What do we have in the news today? Well, not a lot, but that's okay. Let's get some screen sharing going on right now. So I figured out this really cool thing, toxic masculinity. I figured out this cool thing. I can have hotkeys, so I can go boom, boom, boom. It made my day. Absolutely made my day. All right, let's see what we got today. Futures, flat. Nothing's going on. I think a lot of people are looking for. What are they looking for? They're worried about earnings. Everybody wants to see what earnings is, but you notice that it's just one thing to the next. It just goes earnings, inflation, earnings, war, earnings, this. I don't know. All right, let's go to some stuff. What do we have first? Well, let's see here. Where shall we start? Ooh. Fed Bullard, James Bullard from... Is he from Hotlanta or is he from San Francisco? I can't remember. Oh, St. Louis. So he said that the Fed, he was one of the, so this guy has been pretty aggressive in what he's been saying. He's been very aggressive on saying we need to raise rates. We need to get things going in order to keep inflation down and tame inflation. With that being said, he's one of the earliest advocates for aggressive rate increases and won't rule out a truly supersized rate, though he does not expect that. And that truly supersized rate is what? 75 basis point bump coming in May. It ain't gonna happen. Trust me, it ain't gonna happen. You can go to Las Vegas and bet a lot of money on that thing, and you're gonna be right. Bullard said that he remains on board with an almost certain series of a half-point percentage raises as the central bank presses forward with their plans to help bring inflation. Now at 40-year highs, listen to this, under control by lifting the federal funds rate target to around 3.5% by the end of the year. If they get this to 3.5% by the end of the year, not only will I be wildly impressed, I will say, what exactly did they do to get that there? Because inflation is running rampant as can be. I think we're in a position now where we can remain credible and get inflation lower. Well, I don't agree with you, but whatever. They need to raise rates like 5%. Yep, that's exactly right. If you want to tame inflation, especially runaway inflation, you better do something quick and you better do something aggressive. But they won't, because that would be mean. Johnson & Johnson. So I bring this story up. I really don't care about their guidance. I have no interest in investing in Johnson & Johnson at this point in time. But my point in bringing this up, and we talk about it all the time, yes, new camera, new setup. I actually was supposed to post a video on my Instagram, but I forgot to do it. So maybe I'll post it today, but it's from yesterday, so it's kind of a scam, but I'll do it anyways. Johnson & Johnson are low guy. Here's the point. Remember when, especially those of you that pay attention and have been for a very long time to bid and ask, a few good minutes, etc., moving and so on and so forth. We always see these years of having the COVID year, maybe 2020, 2021, a company just had an explosion in revenue and profit or something like that. This is exactly what I'm talking about when I talk about that. Johnson & Johnson lowers 2022 revenue and earnings expectations and stops giving COVID vaccine sales guidance. The point is, when you have anomaly situations like COVID, it's not going to last forever. You cannot go in and say that this is going to last forever. This is not an anomaly. We can price growth based on this scenario and so on and so forth. So that's the reason why I wanted to bring this story up and show it to you. I really don't have anything to say about this. I highlighted a couple of things. They lowered their full year sales and earnings outlook, stopped providing COVID-19 forward guidance. Really doesn't matter. When asked about no longer providing sales outlooks for shots, CEO, CFO. He said it was unusual to provide specific guidance for specific products anyways. So looking forward to this, though, this was interesting. The company's medical device segment has previously struggled during COVID surges when elective procedures were delayed in hospitals. Then, where was it? Tylenol, Motrin, skin products. Those were getting hit a little bit, probably because of supply chain issues, but they expect them to be back by the end of the year. Hopefully that's true, but whatever. COVID will last forever. Yeah. New software, new camera, new everything. Okay. This is an amazing story. Absolutely amazing. And you know what? People can rip on Tesla all they want. I know maybe there's some hype dorks here, and they're like, "Hey, you don't like Tesla, you do it." Okay. Well, first of all, you can suck it. Second of all, they are an incredible company that just figures it out. I mean, you know when I knew Tesla was like the real deal? It was just a few months ago when every other car company was having shortages, and they couldn't figure it out. Now you have so I was going to get the GMC Sierra Denali Ultimate. If you haven't seen it and you're into trucks, go look at it. It's a pavement princess, but I really don't care because it's going to stay on the pavement. With that being said, it is an amazing truck. It is a very expensive truck. It should have all the bells and whistles. They are making those trucks without the air conditioner feature in the seats. Not a big deal, but kind of a big deal. Tesla figured it out. They needed, in their Model 3s, there was some steering module, which they didn't have the chips to do it. So they figured out a way to rework the software. And you know what I should do right now? I should go to F16. I should go right here. They figured out a way to change the software to say, we don't need this chip, and we're going to use this other chip that is not having supply shortages. They got it in their cars. They make delivery for their cars. So with that being said, they're an incredible company. They're a forward-thinking company. Here we go. Tesla's most productive manufacturing plant near Shanghai could reopen any day now, and there's still and yet there will still be closures on the outside world because Shanghai and Shenzhen are shut down. Employees had better bring along their toothbrushes. They could be there for a while with no China's zero COVID policy going away anytime soon. Listen to this. In the Tesla bubble, Bloomberg reported, employees would sleep on the floor, a sleeping bag and a mattress since the plant doesn't have a dorm. They would also get catered meals as well as a small daily stipend, and they have access to showers and entertainment. They would take a daily COVID test for the first 3 days, have their temperatures taken twice a day, and would be required to wash their hands 4 times a day. And then they just live in this bubble, and they'd figure it out. I love it. I love it. Maybe the employees don't love it. I don't know, but I love it. Speaking of Elon, so there's this documentary on Netflix. I don't know what it's called. It's about something about going to space. I watched it last night. It was really good. Elon is brilliant. He has to be the smartest person in the world that has a platform. He's incredible. Elon Musk threatens to cut Twitter's board members' salaries to $0 as his takeover bid morphs into a referendum on the company. Look at this. On Monday, in response to a tweet that argued that Twitter's board interests aren't aligned with the shareholders because of lack of inside ownership, Musk said that if he is able to acquire the company, he will cut board members' salaries to $0. Board salaries will be $0 if my bid is successful, and that would be $3 million a year saved right there. Objectively, their economic interests are simply not aligned with shareholders, he wrote on Saturday. And then look at this. Old Jack Dorsey coming out of the woodwork, probably literally. He's like a cockroach. He was probably living in wood. Twitter co-founder Jack Dorsey has also been very vocal about his growing distaste for the company's board. On Saturday, he said, consistently been the dysfunction of the company. And going down here, good boards don't create good companies, but a bad board will kill a good company every time. It's true. A whopping 83.5% of people said yes, that Elon Musk should take Twitter private at $54.20. My favorite news of the day, and what I think will help airlines and mass travel. If you haven't heard, well, here you go. Masks will no longer be enforced on planes, trains, and automobiles. So a federal judge in Florida ruled that it's unlawful after they put it into place to have requirements until May 3rd. So all major airlines, including American Airlines, United, Delta, Alaskan, JetBlue, etc., even Amtrak has gotten rid of it. So with that being said, they said so I didn't really think about this. TSA will not support. Okay, TSA will not enforce it. Where was it? Lifting the mandate could cause some passengers to be wary, but it could also prompt others to fly again. Speaking from personal friendships and such, I think that the majority of people would get back on planes and not fly on planes. I could be totally wrong, but I do think that this is good for the airline industry, travel industry, etc. And Lord knows that those industries need to be redeemed and put back to the place that they were before, because they have just been beaten down badly. Okay, let's see what we have next with the bonds. Oh, both of these, 10-year and oh my God, look at the 5-year too. The 30-year, I wonder if it touched, does anybody know if the 30-year touched 3%? Net ghost, you funny. 10-year, almost at 3%. So that's good. Oh my gosh, look at this. This was at 0.73 yesterday. Today it's at 0.84. So this means that if you buy a 90-day treasury, you're going to get back nearly a 1% return. Guys, remember, if you just go back 6 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever it was, this thing was paying you almost 0.03% or something crazy like that. So that's great. What earnings do we have today? Netflix reports after the bell. Johnson & Johnson reported before the bell. Of course, we just talked about it. Lockheed Martin reported before the bell. What else do we have here? Well, let's go to tomorrow. Oh, today's only Tuesday? Holy moly. Tesla reports tomorrow. United Airlines, I assume. UAL, yep. United. Oh, I didn't know they were called United Continental. Oh, okay. Thought they got rid of that name. And then Thursday, American, AT&T. That'll be an interesting report. Philip Morris, Alaska reports. Boston Beer. I know a lot of people in the bid and ask like that thing. And then Friday is kind of a who knows what. By the way, there's like 15 feet of snow outside. Just kidding. It's probably like 3 inches, but screw this. If you want to join the software, come on over, everythingmoney.com, click EM, join the software for $30. Come on over to join the Bid and Ask Nation with me. By the way, subscribe to the EM Trading channel. If somebody's in here and can post the EM Trading channel, that would be lovely. I would appreciate that. And you get daily videos at 8 a.m. And that's that. All right, let's go to some of your comments. After doing the last story, I'm quite terrified to see what your comments are, but that's why I'm here, to calm your worries and your fears. Not looking good for golf this weekend. Isn't that the truth? I was supposed to play on Friday. Now, I will be playing on Sunday. There's no doubt about that. But I will be. But Friday is looking a little dicey right now, and isn't that true? Ugh, I'm so bummed. All right, surely inflation earnings will be huge, but profits in line with. Yeah, I don't think so. Profits are gonna get a little bit beat down. J&J gets a bad rap. It's the only one tariff-free. I don't know what that means. The Fed should make decisions independent of the current administration. Well, the Fed is not government, so you got that going for you. See, I saw SWK's video that Paul made. I'm not sure if the revenue will continue at a current level. Yeah, I really don't know. I haven't looked into SWKS for quite a while. What else do we have? Stop kicking the can down. Oh, he's talking about something else. Does Dorsey still control Square or Block or whatever they're called? I think he's more involved in Square and Block than he is with Twitter. Elon is a genius and constantly being in the news. He is exactly what you could hope that any billionaire was, the ultimate troll. He's very good at what he does. I think we get world peace before Jack Dorsey takes a shower. Touche. Cam, yeah. MoFly's private with antibacterial wipes, but has a problem with mask on planes. Listen, inside of an air cabin is one of the most clean, safe air filtration systems you're going to find on the planet Earth, as a wise man once said. So you figure that out. Now, if you're going to stick me in a room with a bunch of scummy people with no ventilation, different story. But you better believe, well, never mind. I'll just stop right there. What else do we have? What else do we have? How does Ohio have snow and not New England? You're telling me. 89 on the golf course here. Suck it, Net Ghost. All right. That's it. Elon is alpha AF. Yep, you're right about that. Where is the intro where you're pressing 120-pound dumbbells? Well, not there anymore. All right, guys. Let's do some stuff. Semiconductor, fab, aircom. Yeah, both quite good. Yep, you got that right. All right, let's switch back. Boom, boom. All right, let's do it. So does removing helps? This is a legit question. Does removing masks help jet long term? No, I don't think it. I don't necessarily know how big of a jump. I mean, what they have said is that 89. Well, this is from Delta. 89% of air travel is back. So basically, they said that compared to 2019, 89% of their customers are back on the plane. So maybe that last 11% was people that didn't want to travel. I have no idea. Maybe it goes to 85%. I don't know. But I have to think. Here's the point. You want normalcy? You get rid of the masks, and that's where things are going right now. So I think the more normal that things become, then the better it is for companies that are going to be selling products where it's abnormal. I mean, that to me is just basic common sense, but that's pretty uncommon these days. UPS, well, UPS sucks, but besides that, we can do the stock. Okay, there is a gap that needs to fill here on UPS. Why don't we pull up the pen? And there you go. So you got a little gap that needs to fill down here. Downtrend faux show. Below all four major moving averages. Listen, if you get an engulfing candlestick down like this or like this, go for it. I think that you will come down to this 178, 179, whatever level that is, and that would be a good thing. That would be a good thing. The last 11% was all business travel. Andrew, that's an excellent point. That's an excellent point. I don't know if business travel is going to be business travel. People from major corporations aren't not flying because of masks. So I think this is kind of the new way that companies have figured out that maybe we don't need to send a person across the world for a 20-minute meeting. I don't know. I could be wrong, but who knows? AMD, great downtrend. Excellent downtrend. This thing I do believe is going to break down to this 85 number. Yeah, you're getting a little roll over here, but that's why you look over here. You trust the long-term trend if you're doing a long-term trade. You don't worry about the day-to-day fluctuations over there on the daily chart. What else do we have? Starbucks, STNE, any way to take advantage of Twitter during this saga? Yeah, the best way to do it is to go in and try to day trade it, because I think that TWTR, right? Yeah, I think that this is too chaotic. I mean, you can open the day, even if you try to come and swing trade this thing, I mean, your volume is all over. This is all news driven right here. So you could have a big jump up like this. You can have a big jump down. You can have, let's say that Elon buys Twitter. This thing's going to come up here to 54.20. You're going to get a big jump up. So if you were short on it, you're screwed. Let's say that Elon doesn't buy Twitter. This thing is coming back down here. It's going to fall that 20, 30%, whatever it is. I saw an analyst write an article today that said, if the deal doesn't go through, Twitter is going to fall. Twitter's stock price is going to take a 20% hit. Well, sir, in all of your brilliance, I can't believe that you didn't think about this, but the reason that it's up 20% is not because of the company. It's because of Elon Musk. So rightfully so, if Elon pulls out and there's no more Elon, then the company should go back to its previous valuation, which was dog poo-poo. So, I don't know. Sometimes in the investing world, you just can't communicate with idiots. Micron. Matt Jones, I have a comment about that, but I won't make it right here. I will make it to you on the Instagram or the bid and ask. All right, Micron coming down, consolidating hard. So if Micron drops below, let me draw whiskers here, this level. If it drops below $70, 70, and then if it really drops below 69, and if it really drops below 65.80, this thing is going bye-bye. So there's a lot of support in there. So 69, 68 are strong support numbers, and then I think, what did I say, 65, 80? If it drops below that, goodbye. This thing is going to come down here or down here. Goodbye. So be cautious of this one, but pay very close attention to it from a short-term trend. It actually looks almost like AMD right now. It almost has the same kind of thing. It's kind of coasting on the bottom, doing nothing on the daily, and just has a really hard trend down. What else do we have? American Express earnings this week. AXP, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, I'm not mistaken. I'm usually not mistaken. All right. American Express, beautiful uptrend going on right now. Not a big fan of what's happening with the volume, but that is not terribly surprising because they report earnings on Thursday. So everything's just kind of chilling out over here. You know, it's just kind of chilling out. So just if you want to do anything with this one, you can try to catch a little swing trade in here. But to be honest with you, probably wouldn't do anything, just because I would probably just wait, let that volume can get jacked back up again, and move on from there. Mike Jones, who? 281-330-8004. Google. Google's getting abused, and it's doing the same thing. And do we have... So if Google tries to pop up here a little bit, this is going to be a very interesting head and shoulders pattern that would be created if that so happens, and then this thing is going to fall like this. So pay attention to Google to see what's going to happen with the rest of the stock market, because Google is going to be a very telling stock here. Google, Apple, not Facebook, Google, Apple. What else? The banks. Baba's sub 90 today. Is it? I see it's at 92. I don't see sub 90. But again, let's zoom in here. Guys, when this happened, when this stupid run happened, when it went from $75 to $130, this was absurd. I told you this is going to come back down. Don't get all bent out of shape. You don't think that we're home free. Google is as susceptible as the rest of the market. If the market starts to pull back, Google is going to pull back. I still am saying that this next support level below its $78 level is 58. 58. Not saying that it's going to happen today, not saying that it's going to happen tomorrow, but I do believe that it will get to that level. What else do we have? I'm looking at Google long. So the valuation is more than I believe it should be. Let's put it that way. I think it's expensive. Now, with that being said, there's a lot to be said that when Google splits, it will be more affordable to the average investor. It will be more likely to be put in certain ETFs. It will be more likely to be put in certain people's portfolio that have managed money. I don't know. I mean, I could certainly see it having a lot of upside, but is it still overvalued? Yeah, I think it is. I mean, you can't have a company that's that big and still have the growth potential that's there. I was talking to somebody on Sunday evening, and I said China's going to take over the United States, and they said, "Oh, that'll never happen." Based on numbers, it's going to happen. It doesn't matter if it happens. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it's going to happen. They have tremendous growth potential, and the United States doesn't. We are literally at a point of stagnancy right now, and our growth is going to be so minimal. They have a lot of people. They have a lot of up-and-coming startup businesses, and frankly, their government is kind of letting off the throat of the Chinese businesses. So, yeah, they're going to grow at a bigger pace than the United States, and they're more likely than not going to take over as the world leader. Sorry. I mean, it is what it is. Nvidia is breaking down. Nvidia, I thought isn't this stock supposed to be at $700 a share right now? I'm just kind of confused. Disruption has been disrupted. That's what I got to say about that. All right, so let's see. It's holding a very strong support level right here. If we can get below this, hold on, let me see if I can draw a straight line. Okay, if we can get below, maybe that's not right. Maybe it's 200. If you get below $200, this thing will go for some type of free fall. All right, next. Mo, if you keep talking. What did I say? I didn't say anything. I'm saying that China's going to do it. All right. See, I have really good comments that I can make, but can't. All right. Zim. Okay, so here's what we've been looking for with Zim. I shorted Zim up at right here. So was it here or here? I don't remember. Either way, I'm up 16% on this bad boy on a short, and it just stuck right on top of its 200-day moving average. Today, we're going to get a little bit of a rebound. So let's see what's going to happen. Buying volume is slowly starting to come in, but the trend overall is very down. What I'm looking for here is a big influx of selling volume to push this thing below the 200-day moving average. Is that going to happen? I really don't know. That's why I reduced my position and I sold half of my position. I don't know. We're going to see what happens here, but Zim is something that we definitely need to keep on the radar to see if there's some type of reversal. We need to pay attention to this long-term chart. That's the trend that matters. All right. HDSN from Mustafa. Nice name, bro. HDSN. What? Oh, I typed. Okay, let's see. Well, is this all-time highs? All right, so first of all, it's a $6 stock. This is 2017, so that's fine. $6, pretty decent volume, almost 100,000 shares traded per day. So here's the deal. Let me pull up a line chart. I just want to see what we got going on here. Let's pull up a line chart here. Great W's. I mean, let this... What did this come from? Good looking stock right here. Pretty good looking stock. I'm not going to lie. I wasn't too keen on the initial price, but it's a good looking stock. Maybe get a little bit of a pullback here and see if you can go. That would be... Now be careful because where's my stochastic over here? There it is. You're really getting to that overbought area. You're good on earnings and you're getting that overbought area here. So watch out for some type of reversal, but I am liking it so far. Let's see. China couldn't feed its own people, but infinite growth. Well, Gen Key match China. I just said something that clearly you didn't listen to. I just said the Chinese government seems to be taking its foot off of the throat of Chinese businesses. You must have missed that part, which made it a little more convenient for your argument, but it does seem like they're doing so. Now, you are correct if they do not rebound this. If they continue to step on the throats of the people, yeah, of course they're not going to have the growth. But it seems like they're getting a little bit more lax. They realize that they're in a position now to compete with the United States, and they're right on the doorstep of it. So it does seem like they are letting off a little bit. So, all right, LNT. LNT is a stock that I am long in right now. Let's see here. Am I long? Maybe I'm short. I don't remember. Pocket, if you're here, you can tell me. But we are getting, maybe I am short. I don't really know. I think it would make sense. But swing trade short, yeah, it has to be short. It has to be swing trade short. So we're getting some movement down. So let's see if this continues to go. Beautiful setup right now. Beautiful setup that we have going on right now. We're starting to get that reversal up here. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I don't think sleep number can go lower, but who knows? Sleep number can absolutely go lower. Don't say that things can't go lower because they actually can. They actually can. Costco. I am currently in Costco long. Took profits up here. Sold half of my position again. And we're starting to get that reversal. So we're getting really close to a point of exit if this thing can break down a little bit more. Now, with that being said, we are at a very strong support level right here. This is a very strong support level. So maybe we'll get some kind of rebound and this will challenge these all-time highs. If this can challenge all-time highs again and break out, this is going to become a power stock again. So pay attention to this thing. Long term, who knows what can happen. All right, what else do we have? If Netflix craps the bed, will Disney fall with it? I think Disney is the best play for streaming. Disney is the best play for streaming as far as the ability to monetize because they have incredible monetization that they can do. But why don't we take a gander at both? I know Disney's been decimated, but yeah, Disney's been beaten down. They filled that gap finally. Disney's going to keep falling, especially if they keep doing all this negative political news that's around them. Stock market's now open. Man, I really hope that Disney can get down to this range right here. That would be wonderful. If it can get down to COVID levels, which there's no reason for it not to, then that would be great. Let's do Netflix real quick. When does Netflix report earnings? I'm assuming that they report sometime real soon. April 19th. Okay, they report tonight. There you go. So Netflix reports tonight. Don't be participating in this. But if I don't necessarily think that they're synonymous with Disney. So, all right, 2 more stocks and I'm going to get out of here. We have day trading at 10 o'clock. I am going to drive to my office and do it from there. So we'll go from there. Okay, you're short on LNT. That one guy, thank you very much. I am short on LNT. I couldn't remember. I was looking at it and I was like, what am I short or long on this? I look like I'm pretty short on this because this is a beautiful trend that's happening right down. Bank of America, it's above moving averages. So, Texas Roadhouse. Man, I can go for some Texas Roadhouse today. Let's see. What did you want? Coca-Cola? No, Bank of America. No. Bank of America is in the Employed Trader series. So Coca-Cola, downtrend happening over here. When do they report earnings? So they report on the 25th, so that's next week. So you still have some time. Still have some time. Approaching all-time highs. Hey, we'll see what happens. Texas Roadhouse. Is it TRXN? No. Texas. It would help if I could spell it. Whoops. I really can't type today. Oh my God. Roadhouse. TXRH. Okay, I'll have to remember that one. Wow. Consolidation Central. Terrible long-term stochastic. Oh, this is rough. Guys, you're moving here right into major moving averages. This is like a steel I-beam. You ain't getting through that with this kind of volume. It's crap. It's not going to work. I don't know. Beyond Meat at support. All right, I'll do Beyond Meat because I do have I shouldn't say I have a vested interest. I had a vested interest in Beyond Meat, but not anymore. So Beyond Meat just keeps coming down, and I would be very close to getting assigned shares here if I kept my shares because I had puts at $40, but that's not going to happen. So thank you, Coca-Cola. Okay, is it true that the first hour of trading should be avoided by most others in day trading? I don't say the first hour. I say the first 35 to 36 minutes. Let all the crap get out of the way. All the overnight settling, all the overnight purchasing, all of the futures buying, etc., and let it go. Texas Roadhouse is delicious. It sure is. All right, guys, I'm out of here. You guys have a wonderful day. I will see you back here tomorrow, same time, same place, right here on the Everything Money Radio Network. Peace.